Hey everyone, it's Natasha here, and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite games from this year's E3. Keep in mind that this is a personal favorites list. I might not have the same taste as you, and I know that there are a lot of games that I missed that are definitely buzzworthy. So I kind of divided the games into different categories, including different publishers, and some different genres and that kind of thing in order for this video to not be eons and eons long. So let's get started. First off is my favorite Microsoft announcement, and that had to be Tom Clancy's The Division. Now I know this is the second year that we've seen it at E3, but still, I am loving the concept, loving the gameplay, and I cannot wait for this to come out. I love the idea that, you know, a virus could spread out on Black Friday through money handling and kind of wipe everyone out, get everyone in a panic. I think that that's something that could actually happen because, you know, people go crazy on Black Friday. So to kind of throw in that story into a first-person shooter is really, really cool, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Of course, I need an Xbox One first. Second up is my favorite Sony announcement, and that has to be Destiny. Now I know that this is a multi-platform game, but it was announced at the Sony conference and it has some PS4 exclusive content, hence why I put it in this category. The gameplay that we saw at the conference looked fantastic. I cannot wait to get my hands on this visceral open world and kind of figure out a bit more about the plot. It seems really interesting. All we know so far is that there was this golden age, and now it's not a golden age anymore after an event called the Collapse, which caused all the humans to kind of colonize onto different planets, and you get to explore those planets. You get to explore Russia, which is in ruins, and just kind of trying to figure out what the story is all about with the lens of a first-person shooter. I think is going to be super, super cool with the MMORPG elements attached to that. Now all I need is a PS4, which I also do not have. Next up is my favorite Nintendo announcement. Now Nintendo really surprised me this year with a great lineup of games that actually has gotten me excited about the Wii U, and I think is really, really great for the console. However, one announcement trumped them all, and that was the announcement of the new Legend of Zelda game. I am so stoked for this. I love the Legend of Zelda series. It was one of the first series that I got into as a kid and has continued to follow through with me through adulthood, and this looks amazing with the kind of steampunkish elements, the cell shading. I'm really, really impressed, and I cannot wait until we hear more about this game and maybe see a bit more gameplay footage. And I mean, it's Zelda. How could you go wrong? Next up is my favorite shooter, and that would be Rainbow Six Siege. This was a huge surprise to a lot of people, including myself at E3. It was a game that I was not expecting at all. I think that this game is going to be really important to the world of first-person shooters. I mean, the fact that they're really deliberately trying to slow down the FPS process. My favorite part of the game mechanics is the fact that you could actually shoot and blast through walls, which opens up huge possibilities in terms of what you could do in a match. I think that's really, really great, and I cannot wait to maybe try this game out. Next up is my favorite role-playing game. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Tales series, and Tales of Xillia 2 was announced at E3, but despite my love for the Tales series, it was a close second, but I have to give it to The Witcher 3. I am a huge fan of The Witcher lore. I've read some of the books that the game is based off of, and it's just such a sick world. The graphics look so, so good, so clean, and yeah, I don't know. I really have no words to describe how I feel about this game. I know that they're gonna have some new features, including a dismemberment feature, which I'm really surprised wasn't in the previous games, but that's gonna make gameplay all the more exciting, and I cannot wait to see Geralt kick some ass, and of course get some too, if you know what I mean. My favorite strategy game, no question about it, was Civilization Beyond Earth. Civilization, awesome. In space, even better. Now I'm going to be talking about my favorite action game that was announced, and that has to be Assassin's Creed Unity. I am a huge Assassin's Creed fangirl. I have shirts, I have all the games. I mean, I love this series so much. I have literally been saying since Assassin's Creed 2, wouldn't it be cool if something like this took place during the French Revolution? And it actually is, which makes me so jazzed. I mean, I can't, it's hard to process. And you know, all the new features that they're adding, including the multiplayer co-op, which is awesome and which is what fans have been asking for. And the fact that you don't have to search for haystacks anymore to get down from the tops of buildings. You know, you can descend like any well-minded assassin would, like on the actual building, but quickly. This to me is my most anticipated Assassin's Creed game yet, so I'm really excited and I will definitely be checking that one out. My favorite surprise of E3 was Mass Effect 4. I didn't expect, like, there were rumors, but I didn't expect there to actually be any information at all leaked about this game. But they kind of revealed a trailer talking about how they were working on the game. There wasn't a lot of actual gameplay footage, actually no gameplay footage or cinematics, like they just had a few still shots. I thought it was really good for them to say, you know what, hey fans, we're making this game and we're trying our best to listen to you and implement what you want into this game. I think that that's really important. Whether or not they're actually going to listen to what fans want is another story, but I guess we won't really figure that out until the game is actually released. The coolest innovation. Now, my coolest innovation award goes to No Man's Sky. This survival and exploration game including planets, dinosaurs, space battles, and like super open world exploration without any loading time between traveling from planet to planet or place to place just makes the exploration experience so much better, and I cannot wait to see more from this game. Now up next is my favorite fighting game. Now, as I said, Nintendo really killed it this year with their offerings, including the new Super Smash Bros. So excited. I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Since I was a child, and like the Zelda games, I've been following up with them ever since. But it's been a really long time since the last Super Smash Bros. And I think that introducing a new one on the Wii U coming up soon is really good again for the console. Favorite indie game has to go to Hotline Miami 2. This world that Hotline Miami is absolutely nuts. It's super gritty, dark, bloody, all in 2D goodness. Loved the feel of the first game. I'm sure that the second game will be just as good. I mean, who doesn't love 2D carnage? And finally, my favorite trailer of E3, there was absolutely no doubt about this. It is for Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Oh my gosh, like I can't even begin to describe how this trailer made me feel. Like, of course, we got that huge teaser hint at last year's E3, but this year's trailer was amazing. The graphics look really great. The combination of the drama and the music. I mean, I've had that Mike Oldfield song stuck in my head for days, and I cannot stop thinking about this trailer. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. It's haunting and it's everything that a trailer for a video game should be. I am so excited to see more of this game. I do have to give a few honorable mentions because there are a few games that kind of didn't fit into like the categories, or they were close seconds to those categories. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Tales of Exilia 2, Bayonetta 2, and of course The Sims 4. I am a Sims fangirl. And yeah, so those were all of my E3 favorites. Oh, one last thing. My favorite overall thing about E3 is the fact that this year focused on the games. As exciting as it was to hear about the new hardware last year and kind of had that broken down for us at last year's E3, I feel like the games is where it's at. I mean, to actually have content to look forward to for this next generation of gaming is so exciting, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for gaming. Anyways, those were all my E3 favorites. I guess my question of the day will be, what were your E3 favorites? Is there anything that I missed or did not mention on this list? If so, please leave them in the comments down below and let's start a discussion. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!